Hi guys, as always, before we begin, the necessary links in the video description and my test system setup details also in the video description. If I will forget about anything during the review or if there will be anything interesting to add, I will also update the description with that info, so take a look at the contents below the video. So I've told you I will get this one. This is by the way, this is SMSL PL150. And I've told you I'll get this one after I had PL100 reviewed here. I liked PL100 a lot and it got my recommendation, so I was instantly curious about PL150 when I saw it released. So here it is after a week and a half of continuous play for the burn-in. That's quite a long and it was flawless and it was super quiet, but more about that later. This guy is something like $150 and that's a bit more expensive than PL100, but not much, and it's bigger, it looks better, and we are also getting headphone amplifier with a balanced 4.4 connector, and this time it's on the front of the player, easily accessible here. So PL100 in comparison looks like that. PL100 is a little bit taller, it's not as wide, and PL100 is also deeper. Let's take a look at the side. Yeah, so all in all I would say that PL100 is slightly larger CD player, and it does have this, yes, this front plate. Now let's talk about some numbers for PL150. You can see that it's playing in the background right now. So the first thing worth mentioning is power output for the headphone amplifier. It's specified as 16 milliwatts per channel into 32 ohms, so that's surprisingly high power output, and that translates to the sound quality, but again, more on that later. It reads CDs, regular CDs, it reads CD writable discs, and it also reads all kinds of MP3 files recorded on the CDs or CD-ROMs. THD and noise are specified as 0.001%, and signal to noise ratio is specified as 110 decibels, and these are basically numbers for the CD standards. So it's perfectly according to the standard. It does gapless playback, but as it was with PL100, it does gapless when you're not using fast forward or rewind buttons. If you will just leave your CD playing, it will do gapless between tracks, but if you will be trying to seek the tracks, then it will not do gapless. Now, the interesting thing is that there is one very nice guy, shout out to you and thanks for the measurements, that got this on the test bench and measured everything that was to measure about this player. So take a look at the ASR thread about this player for some numbers, for some great numbers, if I may add. Now, let's talk about the build. So, in the front of the player, we have a set of usual controls. Stop, eject, play, power on, off, fast forward, fast rewind, fast forward, also few previous and the next tracks, and volume control for the headphone outputs. It doesn't work for the line outputs, as it should be, because line output is a standard line output. And we also have a small LCD display here, which is color LCD, and it looks really nice. And somewhere over here we have hidden IR receiver, because this guy comes with a standard SMSL plastic remote. That works perfectly fine. I would actually risk saying that this is a better quality remote that I got with my gas start digital to analog converter. So about the dust. Yeah, but it does look better and it works perfectly fine. Now, let's take a look at the back of the device. So I will power it off. Yep, like that. And let's unplug the power. By the way, the power is provided from 5-volt power supply. In the box with the SD player, you're getting a cable that has USB-A on one side and the barrel connector on the second one, so you can use a regular barrel 5-volt power supply with this little guy, or you can just use the provided cable and some kind of USB power supply or just power bank, as I did. Now in the back of the device we have power input, we have optical and coaxial SPDIF outputs, and we have analog line out set here. We also have some information about the model number, about the power supply requirements, and that's pretty important actually, because as it was with PL100, if the power source, power supply is not able to provide 2 amperes, the player will not power on, or will try to power on and then it will suddenly power off. And that's it. Nothing on the bottom, nothing on the top. In order to disassemble the device, you need to remove 3 screws over here and 4 screws in the corners there. Now, this is a pretty tight fit, so in order to slide this down, you need to pull slowly, and yes, it goes away like that, slowly, yeah, and it's all here. Now, let's take my pointer and let's take a look inside. So what do we have here is a small PCB that takes care about all the functionality of the player, and we also have a CD slot mechanism by Philips. This is actually the same model that's used in some car players. So you can see that we have some rubber anti-vibration pads over here. Let's take a look at this from this side, maybe it'll be, yeah, it's better visible. There are some rubber pads that are for dampening the vibrations. Interestingly, the marketing materials for this player include a photo of CD of PL150 used in a car. Yeah, that's actually a valid scenario, because you can power it from the power bank and you can connect it to your auxiliary input in your car. So that's about the CD player. Obviously I won't be disassembling the CD player, because the CD mechanism, because there's no need for that. The whole CD player PL150 comes in 2 colors. As you can see, I got the black one, and you can also order one in silver. Now let's take a look at the board here, and what we can see is USB-C input, probably for programming the firmware on the player. We have ST microcontroller, STM. We also have this little guy. This is star of the show. It's a Cirrus CS43198 digital to analog converter. And we also have a couple of chips that had been sanded down. This one, yeah, and this one. This one is marked with, I think it's number 2, unless it's some kind of letter. It wasn't done by me, obviously, and I have no idea what this means, but it's here. So these 2 guys are sanded down, and I don't think there's much to talk about the board except for that. Yeah, the jacks are gold plated, and the board with the jacks is connected to the main board with this flat cable that goes around here. So all in all, it's a very simple build, and this small PCB takes care about all the functionality of the player. To stabilize the 5-volt power input, we have a Rubicon capacitor here with specified 4700 microfarads capacity. So that's about the build inside. Let's close that guy. Yeah, it looks better when it's closed. And I will show you how it powers on. Let's connect the cable here. Yep. And let's connect my super duper power source. Yep. Ta-da! And as you can see, it's really fast because it's loading table of contents from my CD, and it's ready right now. And we can start the playback. And you can't hear anything, and that's very good. So let's do some seeking. Yep. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to hear some of the background noise from behind my windows, but you won't be able to hear anything about the drive. It's that quiet, and that's a very high price because this is one of the things that you require from your CD player or your CD transport. You want it to be as quiet as possible in order not to hear the rotation of the CD or the head seeking. Now, let's talk about the sound quality, because that's the most important part of the review. From analog outputs, it's like hearing 4CK7 or a little less detailed, as there is just one 198 Tangim Luna. And that's actually a very big compliment, as both of those devices sound great, and it's no different with PL150. It sounds absolutely great from the RCA outputs. So we have tight, detailed, and textured bass with great extension. We have clear, transparent, and neutral mid-range with natural voices. And on top of that, we have nice, airy, and extended treble. Everything has a lot of detail, and what surprised me was the imaging. It's good. It's actually better than, for example, with SMSL D1, digital to analog converter, which is a dedicated DAC unit. Review is coming for that one. And all of it with so simple, no frills, very small PCB. Granted, for my tests, I was powering PL150 with USB power bank, but this thing has a barrel connector, as you've seen. So I was able to push it even further when it comes to sound quality using Hades supercapacitor plugged between the regular power cable and the PL150. And don't forget that all of this applies to the built-in headphone amplifier too. It does have balanced output, and I was able to drive all of my headphones with it. It excelled with all of my IMs, including planar ones, but I was also able to drive HiFi Man area organic. Though, yes, it was losing some dynamic because these are full-sized planar cans. But I was surprised because with my regular moderate volume listening levels, everything was perfectly fine. And get me correctly, these headphone outputs provide a really clean and really high quality sound. I was surprised by that because usually the headphone amplifiers on the devices like CD players, etc., are just an afterthought added to check the mark on the feature list. In this case, these are actually pretty good. Okay, so as a transport, when you'll be using digital outputs only, it's that quiet. It's able to read even very scratched or foggy, let's say foggy CDs that had been damaged, and it had no problems even with my, I don't know, I think they are like 15 or 20 years old MP3 collections that I was recording at that time on my CDs. Everything was read correctly, even the CDs, the CDRs that I had some problems in my Blu-ray rewriter unit in my PC. So this one is better than a real Blu-ray writer when it comes to reading damaged or scratched CDs. That's a very high compliment for the transport. And the other one is quietness of the device. The only thing you can hear is just actually me pressing the button. And that's it. When I first saw PL150 photos, I thought that this port here is just a larger 6.5mm jack, but then I saw specification that was stating 4.4 balanced, so that's a really nice surprise to have not only single-ended 3.5 but also balanced 4.4 output. Do you know that if you will power it with USB power bank and you will use headphones, you could pretend it's actually a Discman. You could take it with you, place it in your backpack, because it works as well on the side. You're not seeing this at the moment, so maybe I should put it like that. But since this is a CD designed for car usage, it doesn't really care much about vibrations and changing the position, and it's always that quiet. So you could carry one around with you in the backpack and use the headphones to have a Discman. Yeah, do you even remember this word? Discmans were popular, I don't know, 20 years ago or something like that. The only thing that you need to pay attention to is that you should not drop it down. You've probably seen the sticker on the CD mechanism over here, because when dropped it goes kaput. That's what the sticker says. But I would advise against dropping it anyway. Now, the summary. It's quiet. It sounds great. It looks good in this black finish, and it feels good in the hands. It has just right weight, so it's not very light, it's not very heavy, and you can connect even large heavy cables on the back and they will not pull the player upwards. So the weight is just right. It's a CD player that also does MP3 and works as a very good quality transport. And on top of that, you get surprisingly capable headphone amplifier. So what's not to like here? And that's why this small guy gets my warm recommendation. It's better than PL100. It looks better, though it's also larger. But if you are on the tighter budget, PL100 remains a very valid choice, especially if you will manage to do something about that front panel, maybe some kind of decal or something like that, some kind of sticker that would be looking better. Still, PL150 is a little bit better for a little more money, and I like both of them, so I recommend you to get the one that fits your budget better. But if you will be able to squeeze something like $20 or $30 more for this guy, then you will get this additional balanced headphone output amplifier. It's slightly better across the board than PL100, and it does look nicer. So I hope you enjoyed this small video. If you liked it and if it helped you in any way, you're more than welcome to support my channel by buying me a beer via PayPal link that's under the video, or using Super Thanks on YouTube. That's also a button available under the video. So again, links in the video description, my system setup details also in the video description, and if there will be anything I forgot here, I will also add that down there. Thanks for watching and have a great day, guys. See you next time. Bye.